Shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Surfshark, one of the leading VPN providers that makes it fast and easy to secure your online privacy. So basically, Surfshark works by encrypting all your internet traffic and ensures your IP address always remains hidden so nobody can see what you're doing online. Also, their VPN blocks all types of ads, trackers, malware, phishing attempts, and uniquely, you can use Surfshark on as many devices as you like simultaneously. Setting up an account is really simple, and their mobile app makes it easy to activate and deactivate the VPN with just the tap of a button. There's a lot of reasons to have a VPN, but a couple of major benefits I found from using Surfshark was being able to access various TV shows and movies that aren't available to stream here in the UK. So now with Surfshark, I can choose any country to stream from without even being there. Definitely the most important benefit for me was really how it protects my online privacy, in particular against targeted ads. How many times have you seen a banner or advert on a website and thought someone is literally reading my mind or even listening to my conversations? Surfshark takes care of this and stops all those targeted ads from appearing instantly, meaning your personal data is now safe. So if you're looking for a reliable and trustworthy VPN service, click on the link in the description now to visit surfshark.deals/LLF, then enter promo code LLF for a huge 83% off and 1 extra month free. Thank you for watching. How you doing, Alec?
Hello, Ricky. Good
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for the invite. So you're the director of Mountune?
Yeah, director of Mountune Performance. Yes.
Mountune Performance. Do you want to briefly explain to people who you are?
Okay, Mountune Performance. We've been established for 40 years this year. Actually, it's our birthday.
40 years, yeah.
Yeah, founded by David Mountune. Well, 40 years ago, funnily enough. Primarily with race engines, race car engines, and it's blossomed into having a race car division or race car engine division, and also performance parts for road cars.
Okay,
primarily with Fords.
Right, and yeah, I've owned a Focus ST in the past. So you guys kind of do like, is it warranty friendly stuff with the Ford dealerships?
Both, actually. Yeah, I mean, up until now we have done warranty friendly stuff for both Focus and Fiesta, STs and RS. And moving forward, currently we don't offer any new product with warranty.
Okay.
We're still working on stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But we engineer everything as well to the same principles and manner.
Moving on to the Focus today. So it's the RS Mark III. And this has obviously had your, would you say, one of your more extreme kits installed?
It's got basically everything we do on it.
Okay. And you do a few different stages.
We do, yeah. I mean, over the stock, we go 380. Then there's a 400, then we do a 450, which is a turbo upgrade as well. Then there's also a 520, which this one is, which is forged engine, a different turbo, cams, a lot.
Fully forged, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a reliable, and sorry, is it 520 horsepower?
520, yes.
520, so that's got to be quite silly, right?
It is a bit silly really, but it's enormous fun.
Yeah, so that's 170 horsepower of stock. And obviously there's a forward drive from factory, so it puts it down pretty well.
It does, but I mean, even damp conditions, you're going to struggle.
Yeah, going to struggle, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And a manual gearbox.
Manual.
Anything done to the clutch or anything like that?
It's got our clutch in at the moment, which is a new one we've just developed actually. So we should have those for sale very shortly. Other than that, we normally run standard clutches because they're pretty good anyway. But this, that sort of power, you will start to slip.
Yeah. And then anything done with suspension, wheels, braking?
These are OZ wheels on them, and this has actually got our big brake system on it, our own system, and we've also got our sports spring kit, so it's lower 20-25 mil depending on the car weight, etc, etc.
And then you've got the Recaro CS bucket. Yeah, man, it's a really nice in car, and you've got the carbon fibre wings installed, so there's something you supply as well.
Yeah, and also the front grille and the bumper.
Yeah,
we've got the rear carbon wing as well.
Rear carbon wing as well.
Yeah, and we've put the bonnet vents in this one.
Right.
Yeah. This one
is all supplied by Mountune, all these parts. Yeah.
It is.
You've got a big stock list.
Yeah, we have got a big stock list for this car particularly. Yeah. This is probably our flagship model.
Yeah. So to produce the power, it needs to have a forged engine, right?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on there was a few issues with the engines, wasn't there? Like a little while back when these cars were first introduced. Do you know anything into that?
Well, I mean, for us, it's that's a standard issue for Ford, which I believe they cope with adequately. So they did recalls, they did new head gaskets.
So for people that are
they did their job.
Is it all is that been sorted now?
As far as I'm aware, they've covered every eventuality, and they've done a lot. I know people were fed up at first, but you would be if you spend that much money on a car and you have an issue. But I think Ford had some sort of production mix up, which they sorted and went back, and I hope and I believe they treated their customers well.
Well, I mean, producing 520 horsepower shows the engine must be pretty solid. What is it? 2.3 litre was it?
2.3 i4.
2.3, yeah. Okay, should we jump out then? Take
Yeah,
a spin?
sure. You want it? Yeah.
Let's do it, man. So Alec, we are filming.
All right.
We're in sensible mode now. So guys, we're the director of Mountune. So Ricky's on his best behaviour.
Good boy, yeah.
But you know what? Straight away, jumping in this car, Alec. Seating is high, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
pretty high. I remember
Standards
my
height,
Mark II was pretty high. So these seats are, you can't lower them or higher them, can you?
No, and for me, you know, being an old guy, it's perfect for me. But
You ain't old. You ain't old.
Younger generations, it's different, isn't it?
Feels very special in there, doesn't it? You've got like a custom Mountune logo on the multimedia here. So 520 horsepower. So you say it's got upgraded clutch, built engine. So this is something special, isn't it? Really?
It certainly is. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that in stock form, these cars definitely could do with a little power increase.
No, it's a good base to build from, though. I mean, Ford do build pretty good cars in in these ranges. They're STs and RS products. Good cars, sorted, good handling. Yeah, nice.
And
cars.
you say it's got the lowering springs.
It has.
It's got the bigger brake kit.
Yeah.
And got the OZ wheels. Yeah, it just drives like a normal Ford Focus at the moment. Don't notice anything. Clutch still feels pretty stock, really.
It doesn't feel sluggish or anything. It just feels like exactly. I think it's a good old town day.
Pretty quiet, isn't it? And you say it's got is it exhaust work done?
Yeah, it's got our exhaust on it as well. It's got our own catback system, which is a large bore. We've got the downpipe, sports cat, and there's no cameras on this bit.
Lovely, that's what we want to hear.
It might be a police car, but I don't know. Obviously, I wouldn't condone speeding.
No speeding.
Absolutely,
we'll get to the national speed limit.
Yeah, and it's just a case of accelerating and using the car's performance.
Is it Shmi? Has he not got one of these cars?
He has, yeah. Got one of the earlier variants. And Ketchy's car was at our place until recently, actually.
Right.
Often there, as he swaps between cars and jobs he's doing, a reasonably regular visitor. But he's a busy man now, that fella.
Very busy man. Yeah. I have filmed a few of these, so they're like four-wheel drive. They do have like a rear-wheel drive mode, so you can technically drift these. I don't think I would advise anyone to do it. Short wheelbase, probably pretty snappy. Let's change the drive mode so we can put it in air. So I think the guy earlier told me to do that. Let's feel a little third gear here. Oh, yeah. Bloody hell, them front wheels are going a bit crazy as well, aren't they? Bit of torque there, man. Yeah, bit of pop and bangs as well. Jeez, that's very effortless, isn't it? Yeah. This is the power. I feel that this is the power this car needs, man. They feel too tame because of it, and especially being four-wheel drive. This power has definitely brung it out of its shell a bit.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? I think, I guess obviously any company will engineer the product to a price and also sort of capability and safety within the model. But and so many people want something just that little bit extra, don't they?
You guys obviously work closely with Ford as well, and as you say, you've got a racing background, so these parts probably been tested on many race cars. Like
a lot of these parts, we basically are race proven. We have taken directly from our racing division upstairs, and so most of these things, apart from running on a dyno for race engines and on the tracks, we've then done our own test work downstairs as well. 520 horsepower for a 2.3 i4 engine. That's a lot of power.
It is,
we don't. Some race car series don't have that sort of power, and people just got to realise that it's not a standard engine anymore. It's got to be forged. It's got to be made.
To be reliable.
It can't be bulletproof. Nothing's bulletproof, but it's the best we can do with the bits available. We have got more fuel flow, so we've got an extra fuel pump on it. It's increased capacity fuel from much more flow. So many bits you have to change to at least try and make it
give it the
reliable beast.
Mountune approval.
Yes, and everybody, of course, has got their own take on either ours or other people's performance kits.
It's not a hybrid, is it?
No, it's a Wallborn big special turbo and our own night cast elbow, etc.
Developed for just this car, or?
No, you can fit other models as well.
Okay, and is that like the company that you choose for your road cars, the Warner turbos?
Generally, yeah. It's a bit horses for courses.
But guys, sorry, not much feedback, but it spools up really quick. Doesn't feel laggy whatsoever. Like I don't know when it's kicking in, but Yeah, that's 3.5. It comes on strong about 4K, man. Just feel a little. Jeez.
So you don't really miss out on anything, do you? Even with this, great big turbo on it.
Nah, it's spooling up lovely. Wow. And it being manual as well is like the big difference.
Yeah.
Obviously a lot of cars are dual clutch and auto boxes, so it's kind of like a seamless gear change with this. You got that hesitation.
Yeah.
It's just like old school,
Yeah, I like the feeling people do. It's really funny getting out of like DSG cars now, manuals, and then I still prefer, personally, I prefer driving a manual.
Yeah, definitely, man. A lot more engaging. Look,
Yeah.
fourth gear, it just, honestly, guys, no lag. It just builds, but it's almost, it's crazy because it's four-wheel drive, so you wouldn't expect it to be pulling, but it pulls as if it's front-wheel drive. So what are they like? The whole deck style systems, aren't they? So they kind of drive as front-wheel drive cars, and then as soon as there's a bit of a slip,
kind of part-time rear.
Yeah. I think these can go pretty. Oh yeah, they got a rear-wheel drive mode, haven't they?
Yes,
so
they have it, yeah.
Ford's engine, so you're not going to have any issues. Do you know if fuel range has been affected and things like that? Like,
these are never. Must admit, these performance Fords are never the most economical, but and this probably doesn't do anything to help it. So I'm not sure I've actually got fuel figures. I'm sure we've got stuff with the dynos and everything. But I think as long as you look after it in terms of the oil changes, just regular oil changes, regular oil filters, just keep on top of it like you would a normal Focus. And people that buy the Focus RS, they're normally they really love their cars. They look after their cars anyway, and if they go to this sort of length to do it, they really love their car. So
yeah, definitely,
they're very keen to look after. It's their pet, and I'm not surprised.
So just regular servicing, change filters, oil. The question you're probably dreading: is it expensive?
Yeah, it is expensive.
It's expensive.
Yeah,
got a figure?
Yeah, well, I mean, just a forged engine, just forging the engines. 4.5, 5 grand or something like that.
Okay.
But if you go for this kit as well as the forged engine, then you get the turbo. If you haven't got a downpipe, you'll need that, and you'll need the intercooler, and you need the hard pipes, and you need the cams. I mean, that's up at like 8 grand, something like that.
Okay.
But so on top of the forged engine, it's a lot of money.
So you're into the 15 to 20.
Yeah, if you come from stock, you can spend sort of 15, 18,000 if you have the lot.
Let's go third gear, guys. Wow, that's... Yeah. Brakes are sharp as well, aren't they? Nice and firm.
Do the job, thankfully.
Yeah.
I like it. I like driving it. I like being a passenger.
Man, the pickup's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's better than people expect.
Like even fifth gear,
turbo,
it's very alert. So do you know what the plan is moving forward with his cars? It's just like a showcase of what Mountune can do to a Focus RS.
It is basically. There's a few more bits and pieces we're working on that we'll hopefully bring out this year, but not a lot of places to go really with this now. So
you've obviously dived into the Volkswagen stuff as well now, haven't you?
We have, yeah. That's just of last year. We launched a range of parts in May, and again more parts for that due soon. So
you're offering stage 1, stage 2 tunes, induction kits.
We haven't got to a stage 2 yet.
Okay.
There's certainly things in the pipeline.
Yeah, I mean, we've only just hit a small dual carriageway, but I can tell you that it feels very stock, as in drivability, and I'm saying that in a good way, It definitely feels lower. It's a light wheel. Clutch is a tiny bit snappy, but it's pretty easy to use. A whole different animal to the stock Focus RS. It's lovely that we've got a manual box, man. There is no auto option with this car, is there?
No, there's not. No.
So yeah, it just shows you, man. Fords, they're definitely the driving guys. Are you a Ford kind of enthusiast, or have you just come along? Or
no, I used to work for them actually. So I've done my years there, as it were, and then moved over to these guys. So I've been here. I was in the engineering group first. And then moved on to Mountune, I said just about 2.5 years ago. Been involved with some of the projects over the years because of the background I had. So.
Right, so we have magically turned up at the headquarters, Alex.
Yeah, this is basically where we show off or display all our parts that we do for the Ford range.
Massive
and latterly, the stuff for the Volkswagen range.
Okay.
Or VAG. Yeah, we've got a waiting room. This has grown over the years. I mean, it used to be basically there's a cupboard there, which is a cupboard now where we keep all our t-shirts, etc.
Yeah.
And that used to be the customer waiting area. But then, as you can see, we expanded this a couple of years ago because it can be pretty full at times. So we've actually got a lot of seating in because we often get a lot of people in. But,
lovely as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we did a good old remake of this and got a comments board where there's an awful lot of comments left, as you can see. Difficult, don't want to rub them off, but we want to make space for more. But,
race engineer?
Yeah, these are race engines from Mountune Racing upstairs. It's really nice to keep them on display here. People are very interested in these parts, and yeah, as I say, it shows our history.
Okay.
And it's evolved into these parts we do for the road cars.
And here we have the workshop. Oh, got 4GC there. Lovely. Is that a customer?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I've, long-standing customer comes in for his yearly service and anything else he needs.
Yeah, and you guys are actually one of the only approved companies to service these as well, aren't you?
That's correct. Actually, back in the day when they were manufactured, we did all the homologation certification work on them to make sure they were safe and legal to sell in Europe. Development area there, we do our private jobs or fit the new bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Occasionally these guys are here help out in there. And other than that, it's our workshop area where the customer cars come in and get fitted. We've got 3 Golfs on our fleet, our development fleet. Got an R and 2 GTIs, a 7, a 7.5, and another 7.5.
Oh, lovely. So do you know any details on mods on these cars? Or?
Yeah, these both cars will have the same. They'll have our sports springs on. Brakes are standard. We haven't got any brakes kits for these yet. We've also got on these the intake system, which we call an X3, because we've introduced an extra scoop which blends the air around the filter, which is our own filter as well. And there's got some bespoke like oil filler caps. And
Yeah, I did.
the pretty bits underneath the bonnet there.
All right, Alec, I think I'm going to end the video there. Do you want to plug your location for people that are unaware?
Yeah, Ricky, we're in Shenfield in Essex, so it's pretty local to most places. It's good. There's good access from the M25. That's a piece of cake to get to.
Yeah.
Come and visit us.
Got Ford, Volkswagen, basically. Want any kind of modifications?
Yeah, for the stuff we do, you can come here and have it fitted.
Cool, yeah. And I appreciate you letting me go for a little tour. I know you don't normally let people back here. So, yeah, we're going to end it there. Guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.